Go and get everybody. It's the Spivey Show. The Spivey Show.
Baby in my ear.
Look, let's keep it moving. I'm ready for my next guest. You ready?
Yeah, she got some goodies.
Ooh, I like goodies.
I like them too.
Well, look, my next guest, she wears many hats, y'all. She has done a lot for the city and is doing wonderful things for the city even right now. She's an inventor, you name it. She's an inventor, police officer, nurse. She's a businesswoman, entrepreneur. But I'm going to let her talk all about it. Ain't no need of me talking. I'm going to let her talk all about it as she's setting herself up right now.
You better go ahead.
Look,
I got my own banner.
Look, got her own banner. Look, there she is. But look, a lot of people call her GG. Is her nickname.
GG, okay,
Yeah,
GG.
see, I did my little homework.
You did all your homework.
Yeah, they call her
you
GG.
you put the books out.
They call her GG, you know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, y'all put y'all hands together. It's Gloria Gaines-Hanna.
It's the Spivey
Look at her.
Show.
Y'all get your cup. Y'all get it.
The Spivey Show. Go and get everybody. It's the Spivey Show.
Yeah.
The Spivey Show.
You said you ain't gonna let her. Well, welcome, Miss Gloria.
I had a contact with watching your show, and I said, "Oh, they did something different with my flyer."
Mm-hmm.
So you heard about it,
Mm-hmm.
and the producer of the show called me and said that she had talked with you, and I said, "No, you don't have to do all that. I'm going to tell the audience about the great gentleman this guy is." So I thought I was going to see him at the Detroit Black Music Awards, and I thought I may see him, and I'm going to tell him off. I'm going to just let him know.
ready for you.
I'm going to let him know. I got to the door, and this was about a month later.
Mm-hmm.
I got to the door. Spivey came to the door, and I'm like, show has already started. Why is he at the door? So I come to the door, and he walks up to me. Remember, he has never met me. He put up my flyer, so he don't know who I am. I walked in the door. He came over to me, and he stood in front of me and gave me the most gentleman apology. I said, "Oh, Lord, did I do something wrong?" Wait a minute. I was going to tell him off. And this guy said very smoothly, very correctly, and very astutely, "I am sorry. I made a mistake. I want to correct that. And I'm going to correct it by having you on my show. And if there's anything I can do, please let me know." And I'm thinking, oh, God, do I have to apologize to him?
I taught him so well. You did good.
Such a gentleman. And I said, oh, my God. Of course, I called the producer and I said, "What did you say to this guy? This guy was a total gentleman." She said, she said, "Oh, that's the way he is. That was just a little fluke we had with yours, and he made it up." And I said, "He certainly did." So that's how I got on the show today, guys.
And that's right, because we had her ad on, and it was an ad I didn't know we were having, and I wasn't prepared for it really. So I didn't really give it the. We didn't do our homework that time,
right.
So we didn't really give the flyer what it should have been, and you know, it upsetted her, and I see why, and I knew that, and I felt bad. So I just wanted to make sure that you knew that here on the Spivey Show that we love you here and that we was going to take care of you here. So.
But you know what? I'm going to add another sentence.
Go ahead.
Because it gets better.
Uh-huh.
So he's already apologized and made up to me at the Detroit Black Music Awards because we were both presenters.
Mm-hmm.
So I get a week later, I do the Soul Fest, Rib Fest, R&B music, John Washington theme.
Uh-huh.
Down at Hart Plaza here in Detroit, Michigan. Mm-hmm. So I didn't forget. He didn't apologize. I'm saying, great. Oh, that's wonderful. Keep it moving. This guy took a break from him performing on the show. He was one of the musicians performing the show.
That's right.
He comes over to my booth. There's 250 booths there. Looks like 2,000. But
it was a lot.
It was a lot
of booths there.
And he walks over to my booth and he says, "I'm here to support you.
That's right.
What do you want me to do?" I'm like, Are you kidding me? This guy is a total gentleman. You know, let me make an apology to him somehow.
Well,
You gonna form an apology.
right. Look,
I'm gonna say something good. But he helped me out, and I took his picture. And in
He's a
fact,
good
a
guy.
lot of the musician stars came by that day and took pictures with at my booth. So it was
Yeah.
great.
yeah, you had a lot of attention going on at your booth
Yeah,
over
I
there.
sure did. I sure did.
Yep, and that's a good thing. Well, look, let's say this. We're happy to have you here on the show.
Absolutely.
We're happy to have you here to explain what you got going on, and we're gonna get right into it. But before we even get to any of this, we want to know about you. So give us a little background about you. Let's tell us about Gloria. What's going on with you?
I have so many hats that
Right.
I work. But what's going on now is my invention.
Okay.
My product.
Okay.
I invented it 25 years ago.
Okay.
The world is just learning about the particular Demodex mite that I'm taking care of now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get into that later.
Right.
But because of my invention, it brought me back out. Actually, I was invited to the Shark Tank with my invention, Magique4.
Right.
Wow.
And there's an application you fill out, and the application asks, what's your percentage you're willing to give up?
Mhm.
And they ask, are you willing to give up your formula or all those things?
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, I said no.
Yeah.
Of course
It's
not.
mine.
And I also said 20%,
Mhm.
not 75%.
Wow.
Yes.
That was 2016. So from 2016 to 21, I was boycotting. They hated black entrepreneurs.
Wow.
I was out selling myself, you know,
Uh-huh.
and I'm putting them down. I
Right.
didn't put a dent in them.
No, they kept moving and grooving.
Because I realized that I have to take care of me.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I came back out and I decided to come back out with my product.
Okay.
So January 2022,
Mhm.
I hit the road. I did all my homework. I did all the contacts I need to make. I had to put myself out there, spend the money.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
You gotta spend money to make
That is-
money.
Oh man,
Yeah.
and it's oils are very, very expensive, pure.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm doing now. I'm
Okay.
back out here pushing something that should have been taught to every cosmetologist in the world, every medical doctor in the world,
Mhm.
every nurse, anybody in the medical field, health field should have known about the Demodex mite.
Oh wow.
And they act like it's new.
Wow.
And in June 22nd, 2022, 17 scientists came out
Mhm.
and proved me right.
Wow. There it
The
is.
Demodex mite was killing the follicles, and that false thing they were telling black people, oh, your hair fall out because of your tight braids or because you're stressed or because your hair don't
Mhm.
grow or those little characters.
They
throw
make
at
up
us.
everything while our hair fall out.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And nothing got to do with the real thing. Now I'm killing Demodex mite, and I'm attracting noise out there who said you can't grow hair back.
There it is.
So I'm proving them. And you know, if you're African American, you got to prove it.
You know it.
You gotta prove harder than anybody else. Yeah.
You can't go to China and get a back and put
Mhm.
some cream in there and call it, put a star name on it and call it. It doesn't work that way.
There it is. Now look, because I want you to slow the train down because we're gonna get into this. Now I've been saying it wrong, I think. So it's Magique.
You said it correct.
Okay. I just want to make sure. So,
Magique4.
but before we get into Magique4, because I really want people to know exactly who Gloria is, because Gloria has done a lot. She's been a nurse. She's been a Detroit police officer. She's a businesswoman, entrepreneur. And I want people to know a little bit more about who you are
Yeah.
and the things you've done. Now, tell me this. Now, how was it being a Detroit police officer? Because I'm looking at you and I say, I don't see Detroit police officer nowhere around you at all. So
I
tell
think
me,
she could take them criminals and knock their heads off now.
say not just a police officer, but a Detroit police officer. Tell us about that time. How did that go?
Well, 30 years. I was a cop. And I retired and went back and then retired again.
Wow.
And I was a narcotic officer.
Look at you.
Wow.
I
I
was,
never pictured that.
yes, I go way back, all the way back to
Like that.
what the white boy Rick.
Right. Oh, yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
So, and I was a nurse too. As being a nurse and being on the police department, I switched on it. So I applied for Mayor Young to be his nurse
Wow.
Wow.
as a cop. That didn't work out right because they wanted me back at narcotics.
You must have been real good at what you was doing.
I was very good,
Wow. Okay.
very good. But that's one of the things I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then let's talk about school, because you got like what, 3 degrees, if I did my homework right, something like that, or
About 5 degrees.
said, "Don't
I was a couple of numbers
She
off.
has
I was a couple of
dang.
numbers off. So
What are all your degrees in?
Mostly all science.
okay.
I got a baccalaureate degree in criminal justice,
Okay.
a science degree,
Mhm.
and the other one's all in chemistry, and that probably
Nice.
tells you why I'm
Mhm.
doing
How you able to do
Right.
such? Yeah.
And that's the reason why I wanted you to say this, because I wanted people to know you just didn't wake up and say, "Hey, I'm going to invent something." I wanted them to know you were a very highly educated woman.
Mhm.
I wanted them to know that you have been through, the groundwork. So I wanted them to know that you've started from the ground, that you've done the dirty work. You beat up narcotics and everything.
Somebody, she done beat up white boy Rick.
But I wanted people to know that because,
I beat them up.
look.
Me too now.
Right.
She didn't do that. That was I made that up. I don't want no smoke.
So they're going to have her bringing back old cases, you know what I'm saying?
He's out now.
Right.
He's out now.
Yep. So,
And as far as the schooling's concerned, I taught for about 35 years cosmetology,
okay.
and I was a licensed instructor, and I taught instructors.
Wow.
So I taught the students and instructors. I did that for a lot of those years, and that's why I said no, they didn't teach us Demodex night
Mhm.
in the schools.
Right.
And I wrote a lot of the Michigan state law
Mhm.
for hair, skin, nails,
Wow.
and
So you're a
it's
cosmetology legend, low key.
Yeah.
Like really, like that's really a
Pretty much.
cosmetology legend.
well, I got I have all the license in Michigan in the cosmetology field:
Wow.
manicure instructor, esthetician, cosmetology, myomastologist,
There it is.
for the massages, electrolysis, of course, hair.
So it's safe to say that you know a little something about skin.
Just a tad.
That's safe to say.
All things,
Just
skin, everything. She said a name I can't even
Okay.
repronounce.
Well, now that we done got a little background about who you are and the highly educated Black woman that you are, let's get into this Magique. Am I saying it right?
Magique. I love
Magique 4. Now, first of all, tell us exactly what is Magique 4.
Okay, Magique4 is 100% Botanica essential oils. Now, when someone says organic or natural or pure is here.
Top tier.
Organic is about 15% preservatives in it.
Mhm.
Natural is about 10 or 9%.
Mhm.
Pure is pure.
That's right.
Like straight from the
It's
earth.
straight from the blood of the plant.
Gotcha. Okay.
Herbalists, I constantly teach some of them also because they do the flower of the plant, and I do the pulp, the blood in the plant. So that's inside the plant.
Mhm.
That's why these molecules are so small that the pin head of a needle, the tip of that, if you reduce that 1,000 times, that's how small the molecules of oils go into your scalp,
Wow.
your scalp. Otherwise, other stuff, water and stuff, the molecules like that,
Mhm.
they're really large, and a molecule, otherwise you would drown in the bathtub.
Gotcha.
So, you have to have the purest of the oils are able to penetrate the epidermis layer and is able to go down to the follicles. Now, Magique4 kills, let me show you this.
All right.
Oh, that thing ugly.
That's the Demodex mite.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
what's in your head. Everybody have them all over their body.
Ew.
If you got,
Well, don't flick it over here. I don't want your mic. I got my own mic. Get rid of my mic.
the mites are transported to your body by your mother when she had you, when she delivered a baby.
Mhm.
So it's innocent. They're dormant
Wow.
and they're active. When they're active, they're eating your follicles. When they're not active, they're dormant and you don't even hear it. You know how you look down at your arm and you see something scratch and you don't see nothing? That's the Demodex mite.
Oh, wow.
And all of us have all races, males, females, children, everybody have it. Babies have it because they got it from the mother when they were born. And what this does, it does not have, it doesn't have a mouth. It has an anus. So it defecates, it boo-boo out of its body, and it swallows up your hair oil, which is the sebation gland, the sebaceous oil. That's what keep your hair hydrated or keep your hair lubricated, those type of things, the nutrients. So when it eats your follicles or defecate, and it goes up up from your scalp up to outside, and it circles around your follicle. You can't see it with the human eye, but you know it's blocked because you can feel that grease and stuff, and it's itching. Whenever they defecate, it itches.
Oh, wow.
Because that's how they get rid of it.
I'm scared to touch my hair. Oh, my God.
It's normal. Believe me, everybody has them all over. The only way you don't have them is with your hands and the bottoms of your feet.
Wow. Okay.
And Magique4 is destroying the Demodex mite. But my Magique4, the Demodex mite has been out. They're making it for acne. They're for one thing. My product is a multi-functional product in that it for psoriasis, for eczema, for acne, for dandruff, for jock itch, for bad circulation of diabetics with their toe. They have bad circulation, so their toes, nails turn black. Put one drop of it, it comes back to normal.
Oh, wow.
All the skin disorders on your face, all that they found out recently. Remember I said June 22nd, 22. I haven't been at this 25 years ago. I don't know where they were.
Wow.
So my thing, I did my homework.
Yeah.
And the thing of it is the pure oils. It's eucalyptus, rosemary, peppermint, geranium, all those names. But when I say them, people are happy because they think they're going to get my formula. Magique4 pure oils are like notes.
Right.
A tea tree weighs a certain note. Eucalyptus weigh a certain note. So eucalyptus can change the value of tea tree. And then I can put in peppermint, and peppermint can change that, those notes, because it's like, white paint. You put red in there, turn pink.
Right.
Put a little more red and it get darker. So that's how I do with my oils, my pure oils. And I've literally had doctors try to buy my products, take my name off of it, offer me $640,000. I won't
Not a
name the
$1 million product, and they give you half.
The dermatologists I won't name, but if I name them, you'll know them. West Bloomfield, I can name a couple places where they are. They wanted me to take my name off my product and give me the $640,000 and go away.
Crazy.
And they're going to make billions off of it.
Billions when it's over with. Definitely.
You remember the lady who had the shoe polish, the white shoe polish back in our day? You probably weren't even born, but you corrected. You had a typing error. You corrected on typewriter. You put a little white out on it. Remember white out?
Yeah, I remember.
That was a black woman.
Wow.
She died broke.
Wow. Sold her product.
IBM made billions off of that.
Still
Remember that?
today.
To this day.
Still, Megan, you still can buy white. They got a whole shelf of white out right now to this day.
That's right.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm gonna tell you this. Number one, I should have brought a dictionary with me today. No, but no, really, we're really getting a lot of key information and a lot of things that I know I didn't know, and I'm sure a lot of my viewers didn't know. And this is something that, like you're saying, is steady getting proven.
Right. You got a mic.
Every time we scratch, it's gonna be that's that mic.
Yeah.
That's that.
Actually, it is.
All right. Wow.
Because you're not. There's nothing there.
Right.
Look down there. There's nothing there. No wind is strong enough to blow that particular hair out of the way where it made you itch.
Exactly.
And
it's your mic.
And you had to reach down there for it.
Exactly.
And it pooped on you.
Right. I just got pooped on by a mic. I just
I done learned something today.
right.
Demodex, Mike.
Demodex, Mike.
Okay.
It's the Demodex folliculorum.
I ain't gonna
Mike.
remember that second word.
Okay, so
Demodex,
look, real quick. We're not going to take your for it. We have a few testimonials that we have on the show that wanted to come on the show and tell about their experience with Magique4. And so we're going to have Andrea bring up a few. We got a guy named Abe, and then we have a guy named Namika. Let me see. I don't know who we're going to have. We're going to bring them on live. We're going to do a little something special today on the Spivey show. Yeah, we're going to do a little something. Yeah. So I think we have, let me see who we have up here first. I believe it's
Abe.
That's Abe. Yep. So we have Abe here first. What's going on, Abe? Welcome to the Spivey show, man.
Hi, Abe.
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
Oh, we're doing real good, man. We hear you have a little testimony about this fabulous product here.
You say testimony, I call it a life change, but either way, yes, I definitely do, and I'm so glad that I had an opportunity. How you doing, Gloria? To meet her. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
I'll just jump right in. I'm a 42-year-old truck driver from Detroit. I stay in the city of Detroit. And I have 4 children. All of them are of age now. My last one is in his second year at Wayne State. And I took my children. We all went down to Hart Plaza during the African American World Fest that was going on. And we're just casually walking around, checking out stuff, looking for things to buy. And my daughter comes across Gloria's stand and she said, "Look, Dad." And I'm like, keep going. That don't work. And Gloria's response is what actually drew me in. She said that, I'm not going to pay that any mind. And that the genuineness out of her voice said, well, let me go over here and see what this lady has to say to me, because I've tried other products. It was to no avail. And I was to the point where I had set up, I think, at least 3 Bosley appointments because I was going to go to Bosley and do whatever transplant they do. And because of my occupation, I kept somehow missing the appointments I was set up being out of town. And so I think everything is always in divine intervention on my half. It was meant to be. I was meant to miss those Bosley appointments. I was meant to be down there to meet her, because I can tell you that after the first couple weeks, I started to bud like a flower, just started to just grow on top of my head. I mean, it was to the point I was completely bald, and my mom is black and my dad is Hispanic. So I have a really nice texture to my hair. And when I was young, girls used to always come up to me and be like, "Oh, you got some pretty hair." So I missed that. I missed it so much. I felt like
get it back.
No, I'm not trying anymore. She's giving it back. She's giving it back to me. And to see the growth that's been happening, I couldn't believe it, because I was just like I told Gloria, we've been kind of conditioned by society to believe that once it's gone, it's gone. And so I don't never want her to take it personal. Like, we don't believe in the black woman. We just don't believe anything works, because that's what we've been conditioned to believe. So unless you're optimistic to say, I'll just keep trying stuff until something works, you'll miss your blessings, you know? So, and I'm glad that my children convinced me to go talk to her. And I'm here today to tell you that her stuff is proven to work. And I've been using nothing else. I was growing my hair out, so I had this big old bald spot up here and all this hair around the sides. And because I was getting ready to go to Bosley, I was trying anyway. And as I said, well, I'm not going to cut my hair off. I'm going to just let her do her thing, and I'm going to trust her. I'm going to trust the process. I'm going to listen to her, which I did. And I've been seeing growth areas. She told me after 30 days, I should see results. After 2 weeks, my testimony, after 2 weeks, I started to see all this new hair growth up here.
There it is.
You know, so I thank her and I love her for this. And I want to be part of this for the rest of my life, because this is a beautiful thing. And I think everybody should know about this. Guys look at me now. It's like, I got a friend I just told about the other day. He was like, I need some. You know, he pulled his head out. I showed him my head. It's hard to see in the light, but all of this was bald. And it's just got new growth just constantly coming in. So, and I'm only just over a month in.
Wow.
Just over a month in. So,
wow, that's great, man. That's great.
growing.
And we definitely glad you came on to give us that little testimony to let us know, man, to hear it from a real live person.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you for stepping in on the
Thank you,
Spivey Show and
Ed.
giving us that testimony, man. And get that curly Q back so them ladies can rub.
yeah, man. That's
Ain't nobody rubbing this shit,
All right, man. So we got another testimony. We're gonna bring up another one. We have I think it's is that Namika? Am I saying that right?
Now,
No.
in Namika.
Namika.
He'll
Yeah.
pronounce it correctly.
Yeah, we'll let him go. I hope I didn't butcher it too bad. And forgive me if I did. Mr. Small, that's what we'll go with. There it is, Mr. Small.
Yes, can you guys hear me?
Yep, there you are. How you doing, man? Welcome to the Spivey Show.
Thank you guys. I truly appreciate you guys today. I met Miss Gloria approximately about 2 weeks ago at the Ribbon Soul Festival, and I actually saw her at 2 more events prior to, and she was actually with some prospects, and she was kind of taking some time, to be honest with you. So I ended up not seeing her prior to. And so when I seen her at the Soul Festival, I see that she didn't have anyone at her booth. And so I went over there and I inquired about some things because she had a great big poster that was showing regeneration of hair. Once I talked to her, it was a gang of more information that I had learned from her. Like they say, you can learn something new every day. I was having specific issues with, which I learned was acne. I have went through many procedures as far as getting facials. I went through a dermabrasion procedure. That was actually when they stick your face with needles. Did like 6 sessions of that. That costed roughly about $300 a session. I did that about 12 times. And to be honest with you guys, I really didn't see any results. Miss Gloria had mentioned her product to me, and she showed me exactly what to do. And so I got 2 testimonies, one for the hair, but one definitely for clearing up this acne, man. I've been having this issue for quite some years now. I have had this product for 2 weeks, and there's been a dramatic change in the closing of my pores. I just can't be so thankful, to be honest with you guys. Again, I have spent thousands of dollars. I have bought some of everybody products online, Amazon. I have went and bought plastic surgeon products and all types of stuff, and it just wasn't getting the job done. And to be honest with you, when she had mentioned her product and she had marketed to me, I had a young lady with me, and I went to purchase 3 bottles of the Magique4. And when she said, "Hold up," this is when I really knew I felt her energy and her character. She said, "Hold on, you getting too much now. When do you know someone to tell you that they buying too much of your product? Right. You know, that I'm gonna sell a whole shelf off to you if you want to buy it." And she really was adamant about us buying too much products and we using just the amount that we needed to use. And she even went off to saying that I wouldn't even need it again, you know, after a certain amount of time. You know, so one, to present a product to you and not to keep you as a customer for life. She just really doing her due diligence and just really trying to help our society, and I'm just thankful. The second one, not to hold you guys, I did have a hair transplant in Turkey. The progress was a little slow, but it was going. I used the product in my transplant areas. I did the alcohol. I used the Magique4 in my hair transplant area. And to be honest with you guys, in the front where it wasn't filling up, I started to see it fill up as well. But I definitely seen a change in my skin tone, my skin textures, and the closing of my pores. I'm just thankful. I'm just so thankful for this. And so I'm thankful for meeting Gloria. She really got a product for you guys. And like I say, now I know now. And just one more emphasis, when I spoke to her, she spoke with us for about 20 minutes. And so she really into her product. It's not about the money. It's something that she had for the people. You know, some people, we are here to do community for, do service for the community. And that's truly what she here doing.
Wow. Well, look, man, we want to thank you for your testimony, man, and we appreciate you giving us that. And, man, we hopefully get it all better for you, even better for you. And we both know together that she's a beautiful lady and she's doing her thing. So thanks again, man. We appreciate you for being on the Spivey Show.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir. Well, there it is, y'all. There it is, right out of the mouths
Wow.
of
I need some
actual
products
people.
at this point.
There it is,
I
y'all.
want my hair to grow back.
Look, I can use a little bit right at that.
Yeah,
top
you
up
need
there.
them. Them mites
Look,
got
hold on,
you
them
already.
Them mics got
They
you.
got you.
Well, look, Miss Gloria, there it is. Well, look at the
Look at that.
This
It's
is her. I'm gonna hand it to you. I'm gonna just hand it to you. I'm just hand it to you.
Thank you.
Look at that. Look at
Now, y'all know I love a gift.
Look at we love
Thank
gifts here. We
you.
love gifts here at the Spivey Show.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited too.
That's a $200 package.
Wow.
And you don't have to purchase the whole thing. You can start off with Magique4. That's
Okay.
the main baby right here.
Okay.
And my product is uniquely different
Mhm.
because every product in the world, they tell you don't use what? Alcohol. Because it's a drying agent, right?
Yeah. Right.
You must use alcohol with mine because I need you to clean off what the Demodex might defecated,
Mhm.
which is your oils they ate that came to the surface. I need you to clean that off because alcohol cleans off grease.
Okay.
You clean that off
Okay.
and you also remove the bacteria,
Mhm.
the dead body of the Demodex mite that I just killed
Mhm.
or terminated,
Yeah.
and you clean that off. And then you put one drop or one spray in the area that you want or your edges or whatever you want. And you do a treatment once a day. You can do a night regime or day regime, but you have to do alcohol before anything. And with my shampoo,
Okay.
Magique6, I want you to keep saying the Magique so you get the
Magique.
numbers
Right.
right.
I don't want
No, that's
nobody
right.
mess this up no more.
Magique6 is so powerful. That's what he was telling you. I wouldn't let them buy more than they can
Yeah.
because it's too strong.
Gotcha.
So if you put the Magique4, you can see that no one does that. It's pure oil in there. That's why it
Yeah.
doesn't shake up like your junk out there.
Right.
But you can only put this on.
Stuff is junk. I'm here for it. Yes, ma'am.
Right.
But this Magique6, this can only be used once a week because it's going to clean off the daily treatment that you were giving yourself at the end of the week. I need to clean it all off with Magique4, Magique4 that's in Magique6.
Gotcha.
So all of my products is with Magique4.
Gotcha.
And it is, when you put it on, you will know immediately that it's a different product.
Gotcha.
It'll go right into your system.
Wow.
And the nails product,
Mhm.
Magique.
You're looking homeless right now. So okay.
Magique 2. This right here is for funguses under your nails. These ladies are wearing nail products now, you know, artificial nails. But this is for your toes and your cuticles and your nail growth and all that. And you'll see it happen immediately.
Wow.
My stuff, none of my stuff is wait 5 months. No,
It's immediate.
You'll know it immediately.
Right. Both testimonies said the same thing too.
Yeah.
That's right.
They said 2 weeks you saw hair grow.
And let me explain to you about hair growth. Hair growth is like on a woman's cycle.
Yeah.
There's an androgen, telogen, catagen. I don't want to go in,
Yeah.
but there's different stages. Each person have a different stage. So that what he was speaking of, he might have been in a catagen stage or anagen stage. That's why his came back in 18 days, whereas the other one came back in 28 days. But it's a monthly cycle that your hair
Gotcha.
growth is.
So everybody on their own
Right.
kind of little cycle.
Yeah, everybody.
Gotcha.
I can't wait to
Gotcha.
brush my hair. I'm so excited.
You're not going to believe it.
Well, look.
You're not going to believe it.
We're coming down to the end of the show, but we got to get a couple of things that we definitely.
Hi, and I am the inventor of Magique4, an amazing product, 100% pure essential oils. What is the contributing factor for hair loss, hair thinning, psoriasis, eczema, acne, itching, razor bumps, dandruff, and most skin disorders? It has been scientifically proven that the common factor is a Demodex mite, an ectoparasite that lives at the follicles and beneath the skin that is sucking up and swallowing your sebaceous oils, whose function is to lubricate and hydrate those follicles. Do you want to stop the destruction of follicles and restore the damage contributing to our follicles? Order Magique4, the only product that has terminated, suffocated, and annihilated the Demodex mite. Order Magique4. Call 248-730-3332. It's 248-730-3332.
There it is.
She do her own everything.
Look, there it is.
She did her own commercial. She did her own voiceover.
Right.
She made her own products.
Actually, the commercial was done by Pablo.
Sweet. Detroit High Radio. There it is, y'all. They all over.
I love
Detroit
it.
High Radio.
And-
Call them for all your needs. Well, look, like I said, we're wrapping it up here. We got to get up out of here. But nothing. How can they contact you on your social media? Can you give them all your information?
www.magique4, Magique4.com. So it's Magique4.com.
All right,
Make sure
there it
y'all
is.
go on there.
Yeah.
Y'all done heard the testimony.
Yep. And that's
She's here in the flesh, yeah.
www.magique4, Magique 4, the number 4.com.
.com. Yep.
And that's how you can get to her website and get you some product ordered in and get it going. And their number was on her flyer and commercial as well. And we want to definitely thank you for coming to the Spivey
Yes.
Show. I have learned a lot today.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me.
And I've definitely learned a lot. And happy you
Absolutely.
came on the show today.
So
Thank you for
happy.
inviting me. I
Yeah.
gotta get mad at you more often.
Look.
Well, I better be re-invited because I be mad at all the
Right.
time. No,
Well,
I'm just
you
kidding.
definitely always
Yes.
welcome here on the Spivey Show. And if
Absolutely.
you got anything else going on, feel free to come on back here
Thank you.
and give us a shout. But we want to thank you again. And once again, you guys put your hands together for the lovely Gloria Gaines-Hanna.
It's the Spivey Show.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Spivey Show. Go and get everybody. It's the Spivey Show. The Spivey